Is God asking you to sacrifice your Isaac? In this season, I think he's asking a lot of us to do that. And maybe he's asked you already in months past to lay down the very thing that he promised you. And if you're anything like me, it could have devastated you. It could have confused you. It could have made you question a lot of things, because all of a sudden, what you thought you were waiting for, standing for, hoping for, praying for, he was telling you to lay it down. This morning when he woke me up, he told me that he wanted me to talk about Abraham and Isaac, and how in many of our lives in this season, this is exactly what's happening. I had mentioned yesterday in a video that I made about our seasons changing, about how if you've laid things down and sacrificed things to the Lord, that it's very likely that he had you do that, even if in that moment it felt like, or it sounded like, he was taking it away. Maybe he was taking it away for the moment. Maybe he was taking it away for the season. Maybe he was taking it away to teach you something. But just like Abraham, when he went to go sacrifice Isaac, he knew what God had promised him, and he was willing to sacrifice Isaac because he trusted God enough that even if he killed Isaac, that God would resurrect him and bring him back because of the promises that were attached to Isaac. Not because of the promises necessarily attached just for Abraham, but attached to Abraham through the promise of Isaac. And I think that's what God is asking of us in this hour, is to remember what he has told us, remember his promises, and to stand on what he has said, even if things look different. Even this morning, he's given me a new flow, and he's asked me to treat my days different. He's given me very specific things to focus on. He's given me kind of the cadence. And this morning, almost immediately, things start shifting, and I kept asking him, this is how you want me to spend my time? Is this what you want me to do? And he kept telling me yes. And then when I was in the shower, he was just like, you have to be open. Yes, I gave you a format, but I'm also needing you to be open to how I move throughout that format. Don't hold on to things so tightly about how you think things need to look. And that ties just back into this, because even as I was walking to class and I was running late, I hit some traffic. There was an accident or something, I'm not sure, but there was a lot of traffic. I got to class late, and I was kind of rushing, but I was like, no, you don't have to rush. And even the Lord was telling me, listen, the time is going to pass. You're going to be fine. Everything is going to be exactly how it's supposed to be. Stop worrying and thinking that you need to do something on a specific timeline. And I think that can speak to many of us right now. We have to give up the timelines that we thought were going to happen a certain way, and allow God to just do what he's doing in our season, in our lives, in our story. Because it's often not just us who our story affects. It's other people are tied to our story. We are tied to other people's stories. And when everything comes into alignment with each other, that's when things can happen. And I mentioned yesterday about how some of us might be in a certain season where maybe it's not the appointed time. And what I was saying is, it might not be the appointed time for that thing to happen. And just because things are supposed to happen doesn't mean that it has to happen in the time that we think, right? The appointed time is the appointed time. God's appointed time is the appointed time for whatever God is doing in our lives. And there's really nothing that we can do to speed up his appointed time. We can delay things, but even in that, God has an appointed time, and he knows how things are going to roll out and how much time it's going to take for us to get on board with what he's doing. And there are many things in the middle that have to happen to make sure that we are on track and prepared to receive what he has when the appointed time comes. That's why we must know what season we are in. Even in preparation, it can be preparation to prepare for the appointed time, or it could be preparation within the appointed time to receive what he has now. There are two different things going on right now in the kingdom of God. He is doing two different things with his people. Some people are in that appointed time timeline. Some people are in the preparation for the appointed time timeline. You got to take this back to God and find out where you are. But in this hour, if God is asking you to lay down Isaac, Abraham, If he is telling you to go to a place where he will show you, if he is telling you to leave behind the things of your past, if he is asking you to lay down the promises that he has given to you, he's asking us to do that because he doesn't want it to be above him. He doesn't want it to be more important than him. He doesn't want us to idolize the promise. He wants us to look at him as the promiser. He wants to look at us. He wants us to look at him as the promise keeper, the promise giver. But he is the promise. He is the prize. He is the ultimate gift. There's no gift that he can give to us that is better or greater than Jesus. So if you are in this place right now where maybe God is asking you, or you are confused, or you are feeling frantic or panicked or anxious about, you thought that God was telling you to do something and then all of a sudden he shifted and it feels like he's taking it away from you. If you've been disobedient, or if you've not managed that thing well, or if you have not been able to hold it or steward it, he very well could be taking it away from you. But if it's part of your ordained promise, he may just be taking it away from you for a season with plans to give it back to you when you are ready and prepared. Please take this back to him. Please take this back to him and ask for more insight and clarification. But I think that's all I'm supposed to say right now. You guys have a great day and be blessed.